the various team members they are involving as part of this application development process. So here we will see like there are different types of team members are there. We will see their roles and responsibilities and what are the things it is happening throughout the software life development life cycle. So as part of this session, we will see very little bit introduction and going with the team members one by one. So I would like to introduce myself. Myself Sashi Kumar. I'm a software engineer. I am working around 13 plus years in the IT industry. So currently I work in a product based organization as a technical architect. So this is one of the role. So in our team structure session, you will be coming to know what is the roles and responsibilities of technical architect. So I am handling currently around 6 applications. It is mostly related into payments related, and I'm managing around 13 members in the team. So previously I worked with various organizations like startup, big MNCs, so like Verifone, ITC Infotech, BizSciences, Neobytes, and in this past 13 years experience, like I worked on various technologies like Java, Spring Boot, Hibernate, Python, cloud services, like databases like MySQL, Oracle, Aurora, DynamoDB, and front end technologies as well, like Angular, like other small technologies. And along with that, I am well aware about deployment. So most of the things, I got a chance to work on it. And even like I'm a founder of Mercy Technologies, where we are equipping the students. So, as part of today's session, we are going to see, what are the different teams are available in the software development, right? And what is their roles and responsibilities. So, our intention is to give one high level overview and, you can say one brainstorming session, might be this could be useful for you. You might be thinking like, how IT companies will be, what are the different departments or different team members can be. So we will see one by one in depth. And finally, when we are completing this session, surely I'm sure you will be overall you will be having good idea about the functionality about the IT team. So there are different types of members are there, different types of team members are there. So I have mentioned only 7 teams. So other than this, I'm sure there are still more are there, but we will these are the very key team members in the team, right? So first one is project management. So why we need these different teams, right, in the IT industry, right? You know that when we are developing an application, so the application first consider like we are developing an Amazon application, right? So there are many things to be planned, right? So we need to know what the application can be able to do it. If it is Amazon application, so the main agenda is we are developing on platform where users can book their products, right? Whatever they want to, they can order various products, and Amazon can be, it can be the products Amazon will deliver it. So it has huge functionality. So to develop the application, right, from end to end, so we need to make sure we are getting the requirements correctly. We are considering taking care of all the things. So that's why to develop the entire project, so that is chunked into different phases, and it is handing over to different team members. So once everyone does their job perfectly, then the product will be in a better shape. So we will see like one by one. So first one is like a project management, right? So this is one of the team. You can say they are management team or a top in the entire IT organization, right? So they are responsible. It can be a single member or it can be a group of members, right, in the project management. So they are responsible like getting the projects, getting the products, and finding out how we are planning to do the project application. And mainly when we are getting any project, so their sole responsibility is how we are going to do this project, so what timeline it is going to be, so when we can able to deliver the product to end user. So it might be short term project or long term project. Consider like we are developing a project, it is going to take 1 year of time, right, to develop and test and to release to the customer. Then in 1 year, so they need to plan, schedule, and do that stuff. So and also they are responsible to make sure how many team members are there, so what are the team members are there, whether the team members are skilled enough, right, to develop the or to work in the application development. Say for example, we are working on full stack one application like Amazon end to end. Then we need resources, who are front end developers who are good at Angular or React. And also consider we need back end developers as well, like Python or Java, whatever technologies it can be, right? So they need to identify, recruit right resources, making sure this project life cycle is going into the smoother way, right? And also their main responsibility is they will be giving the commitments to the clients, right? So we will be delivering this product at this point of time. Then they should make sure the project or product is getting completed on time and within the budget. Every project, right, it has budget, right? Team budget, or you can say project budget. So making sure the project, the recruitments, the resources which we are buying, consider you are buying like some um, cloud services, VMs, systems, anything like that should be within the team budget. And also like their responsibility is to communicate and collaborate between team members. Again we will come back on revision. So the project management, you can say like they are sole responsible of completely running the project development life cycle end to end, right? So the second person is uh, product management. First one we have seen project management. So you can say they are mostly involving in everything, like with the team members, allocating resources, budget planning, everything. Whereas product management, they are only concentrating on the product which you are building, right? So product and project both are same, almost same, you can say. Product means consider like project you can say complete end to end, whereas product also kind of similar. But the product owner, you can say PO, is the key role person who is the owner of this complete product. Consider again we are developing on Amazon web application, right? So project manager, which we have seen in the previous slide, so you should be taking care of how many employees I need to recruit, what are the things I need to purchase, taking care of cost, everything end to end. Whereas product owner is only responsible on, to making sure, the complete product only on technical side, you can say, right? So what they will do is they will define the product vision and strategy. So they will be, involving with the stakeholders or clients. They will be getting the requirements and they will be informing, they will be breaking down into small chunks. First 3 months we are going to do this. After 3 months, we are going for this release, version 1 release, version 2 release. Then they will be releasing chunk by chunk to the clients. So if client is having any issues, again they will be informing back to the product owner. So product owner responsibility is very very bigger. So he is the sole and the very first person in the entire team. So the product or project is responsible, is the first point of contact whenever things are going in a different way, right? So as I said, so he is having a clear vision about the product, and he is breaking down the requirements based on the time limit, timelines and all. And also he will be prioritizing the requirement. So there can be hundreds of requirements, but you will be prioritize. So which one you can able to take first, which one we can able to deliver. Same thing he will be communicating to the team. They will be start working on the technical side. So once it is done, then product owner will be delivering to the clients. So he is the person to interact with the client and the team, and to making sure the product is built in a better and best way. And also, as I said, the third point is he will be working with the closely working with the stakeholders or clients, and he is the person middleman between the team members and the stakeholders. Along with him, there is another person, business analyst. I'll be taking in the next slide. So third person, as I said, is a business analyst, right? So we can call them as a BA. So product owner might not be a technical guy, need not to be a technical guy. It means he doesn't need to aware about technical stuff like Java or any of the technologies. What he knows is only business related, product related. Similar way, business analyst also is not a technical person, right? Might not be a technical person or need not be a technical person, right? So again, business analyst is lesser role than the product owner. Product owner is complete responsible of that complete product end to end, from getting the requirements till developing and handing over to the stakeholders. Whereas business analyst, instead of putting complete load to the product owner, so few responsibilities are given to the business analyst. So business analyst, again, they are they will be working with the product owner. So both product owner and business analyst, they will be meeting the stakeholders or clients. They will be getting the requirements. They will refine it both together. They will sit along with the management team. They will refinement how the product should be, what the product should be, right? So mainly the business analyst, what he or she does is, she or he will be interacting with the clients and getting the requirements. Say for example, again in Amazon, first requirement is I need to list out all the products, right? Mobile phones, laptops, whatever it can be. So user should be able to uh, order it, right? That is one of the requirement. Second requirement, once it is ordered, then the order notification should go to the factory, right? Then factory members should, that is the second one. They should pack it and they should make it, the order is ready. Third one is, once order is ready, then it should go to the courier person, right? So all this requirement, they will be getting from the client or stakeholders, and they will translate into requirement, right? They will speak with the client or stakeholders. They will get all the needs and requirements and convert into non-technical requirements, right? Once requirements are specified, there are different documents, SRE documents. There are different documents where BA will be using. So then once it is done, then what BA will do is, BA will meet the technical team. You can say our complete team, development, testing, complete team, they will meet mainly with the development team. Development team is nothing but programmers who does all the coding or designing everything. And along with QA is nothing but test engineers, right? They'll be meeting two of this team. They will be translate. They will be telling, hey, these are the things we supposed to, do it. We supposed to develop it, right? So because they are non-technical, BA or product owner can be a non-technical person. They will be giving the requirements to the software engineering team, right? So again, developers, we will see in the upcoming slides. They will be getting the requirements from the business analyst and product owner. They will develop it. Once develop it, they will communicate to the BA and the PO, product owner and business analyst. Then they are also monitor the project status and any technical difficulty, anything. Then they will accordingly they will change the stuff. All right. So far we have seen three things. One is like project management. Second one is a product management. Third one is a business analyst, right? All these are non-technical people, mainly product management and business analyst, right? Now we'll go with the next one. So we have a technical architect or software architect. So technical architect, you can say he is the key member in the development team or programmer team, right? So he or she is responsible to take care of the, again, complete product or project, because product owner is responsible, is end to end is responsible, but technical things he might not aware, product owner, right? But whereas technical architect is expert in technologies, right? Various technologies. If you want to develop application like Amazon, like you can say, like what are the tech stack we are going to use, what are the technologies we are going to use in front end, back end, where we are going to deploy, right? What is the application, security levels, end to end, all technical related things, technical architect will be, designing, right? So, and also he will be designing the structure or design of the overall project, right? Overall project or product, right? So he is the person who designs complete end-to-end, technical related about that application. And right, and also he will be designing the technology stacks. As I said, what are the technology things we are going to use? How are we going to, code it, and what is the coding standard we are going to, follow? Because we should follow the industry coding standard. And once coding is completed, how are we going to review it? What code base we are going to manage, either Bitbucket or there are many version control system, which one we are going for it, and which things we are going for a deployment, are we going to use Jenkins or any other DevOps related technology? So he or she will be designing overall, he or she is the deciding factor about overall things, right? And along with that, he will be responsible for completely, like overseas, like performance and of the application, what is the security constraints, what other things can be improved, making sure the application is very reliable, secured, right? So technical architect, you can say, is above than the lead, and is responsible about complete IT development related stuff, right? So fourth one, you guys already aware about software developer. You can say software engineer, lead engineer, whatever, right? Each company has their own terms and terms to call this as. But this again, it is a different teams. Either it can be a front end developer or back end developer or full stack developer, right? So these people, they are very technically, they are strong. They are into coding. They are programmers, right? So they will be writing the code. Once the technical architect develops and gives the plan, overall plan, design, and things about the project or product, then the developer is responsible for starting implementing, starting working on the code side, right? So they are responsible for writing the code and developing the complete product, right? And along with the coding, what they will do, so we will be having a daily, if you observe, most of the companies nowadays, they are following agile methodology, right? Let me put, most of the companies, they are following agile, right? What is agile? So it is a strategy where most of the companies, they are using. So what we will do in our even in our companies in the past 13 years, so daily we are having team meeting, DSU they will call, right? Daily status meeting. So each and every team members, we will have only, it is a stand up meeting. It means it should not be more than 15 or 20 minutes. Each team member, they will be updating like what we are doing today, what I am working on today, so what I'm going to work on tomorrow, right? So they will be updating to the scrum master in the DSU, data daily stand up meeting, about their daily progress, right? And also again, once a developer completes the work, then they are making sure, they will be writing unit test cases, they are making sure their whatever they have developed or implemented, coded, it is working fine, right? If it is working fine, then they will be informing to QA. Next slide will be QA engineers. So again, you can ask, what is this QA about? QA is nothing but test engineers, you can say. See, developers are called programmers, right? So they have written the code, they have made sure the code is working fine. Then it should be tested, right? If you are developing in Amazon.com, so you should first test login functionality, whether login is successful or not, whether the user is able to order the product end to end or not. So testing is the important team, where they are test end to end, completely making sure the product is working as expected, right? Without any issues. In case if they find any bug or any issue, immediately they will raise a ticket. Again, it will go to the development team. So development team will work right? Again, they will making sure whatever issue is reported from QA, so that is working as expected. Again, flow will go back to the QA, they will test. Again, if it is working fine, then it the ball will be moved to next person, or else again it goes back to the development team. So QA will be using various testing methodologies, like integration testing, sanity testing, black box testing, white box testing, and QA. Again, there are two varieties you can say. One is manual test engineers, automation test engineers. Manual means they don't know anything about technical stuff, they will test manually. Whereas automation test engineer means they will be writing some scripts, either it can be Python or Java, Selenium or QTP, right? So they will be writing some scripts. That script will be making, testing it, right? Now consider, like, we started from here, right? We started from our project management. So product management, PO is getting the requirement, business analyst, both of them are getting the requirement from the stakeholders. Then it is given to technical architect. Technical architect decides overall plan about this stuff. Then developer develops it. Then things are good. Then QA testing it. Once QA testing it, then DevOps come into picture. The application is ready. Now it should be alive, right? We should deploy it. So once the application is developed and tested, then it is ready for deployment. Deployment is nothing but taking the application, putting into some container, right? And making sure making the application up. It means deploying the application. Once it is up, then again then it is ready for end user, right? But before going to the end user, before going into production, end user is nothing but, now we are having that amazon.com. If you go and type, you could able to order the items. So that is called production environment. Before to production environment, it might be deployed with various stages, like development stage, development environment, stage environment, demo environment. There are various stages are there, but I don't want to tell everything. But DevOps guys, they are just responsible for deploying the application. Either it can be they can deploy in cloud services like AWS, Azure, or they can deploy in the physical servers, right? So they will be responsible of managing the infrastructure, and they can automate the deployment process, everything. So these are the things about the overall team structure. So quickly I can go through one revision I can give. So project management is responsible for the complete managing about the resources, employees, projects, all the cost effective things, right? And product management, PO is responsible for complete product related stuff. He or she speaks with the stakeholders, get the requirement, informing to the software development team, making sure product is delivering on time, right? BA also similar but lesser than PO. So he or she gets the requirements, communicating to the team, right? Non-technical stuff. And whereas a development team takes the requirements and start developing it. So technical architect, again, he or she is responsible completely about building the overall structure, things, deciding the factor of all the technology related stuff, technical tech stack, resources which we are going to use to develop as part of the product, right? Again, developers can be front end, back end, full stack, UI, UX. There can be different developers, right? So they are responsible to code, to implement, to develop the product, with chunk point of time, right? And also they are making sure the code is working as expected, right? That is called developers. Test engineers, they are responsible making sure to test the product end to end, making sure various tests they will do, load test, various tests they will do. They are the main person, they are giving the flag, green flag, making sure the product is working as expected. Once everything is done, then DevOps engineer job is very simple. He or she will deploy the application either in cloud or on premises and does. So one role I would like to add is Scrum Master, right? So Scrum Master, uh, So Scrum Master role is also important. Scrum Master is the person who is leading the complete team, right? He is again is a non-technical guy. What he does is he conducts various meetings, a daily status meeting, refinement meeting, retrospect meeting, sprint planning meeting. So complete team is driven by Scrum Master, right? So he mainly handles with the people and making sure everyone gets the work, every time. And also he is again speaking with the product owner, business analyst, and technical architect, right, and gets the requirement and making sure which one goes first, right. So he is the overall, you can say captain, right, captain of the ship. So these are the various ideal, members in the IT team. So as I said in the before, there can be more, few more members in the team, but you can say these are the 7 to 8 members are very ideal key members to develop the application. Guys,